Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Hobbii yarn, my latest haul. We're gonna open that bag and I'm gonna show you everything that I purchased for Hobbii yarn at Hobbii Yarn. Of course, with Joann's going out of business, finding places with yarn that I like is going to be my kind of a new thing. I'm not a fan of the loops and threads from Michaels, and I have purchased some. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, but I haven't used it yet to find out if I like it. Now, there are some things at Hobby Lobby that I absolutely love, like this fur yarn, and I did buy some of that for a project, and I do like their velvet chenille. But I decided to go with Hobbii this time for two things, and they're both in this bag. Number one was this book that I mentioned buying in my Joann's haul. If you haven't checked that out, go take a look at that. I mentioned that I wanted to make these little characters here. Of course, the Luna one mostly is the one I wanted to make. But they all call for, or no, they don't all call for it. But Luna's was for the Hobbii Friends Cotton. And since they were having a clearance sale when I started ordering this stuff, and something else that I wanted really badly was on clearance sale. So I was like, I gotta do a big Hobbii purchase, and I did. So mostly I got stuff to do the amiguri in that book, but I also got that other item, which I will show you once we get, oh, and they're the first ones in here. So I had mentioned, I know I mentioned it on my other channel, about wanting to do the Horizon cardigan, and I really did want to do that. And I mentioned it because I was talking about buying yarn at Joann's, and the color, once I calculated how many skeins of yarn I was going to need in that size Joann's yarn, I was like, I'm going to be spending like, I'm going to have to buy an ungodly amount of yarn for that. So I decided to go ahead and buy the Horizon yarn that they recommended for this. And I think it's two. I think it was just two that you needed to buy. Or three. I don't know. There's two on the top. So I got these were on clearance when I bought them. I don't know what color this is called, what the colorway is on it, but it's purple, pink, black, and I loved that color scheme. It looked like something that was right up my alley. It looked like my kind of collar. So I bought this to do that cardigan. I am determined to do that cardigan. I have wanted to do it for over a year, almost 2 years now, and I never pulled the trigger to buy this yarn, but I have now. And I went with this purple. Mostly because I like purple. Purple is one of my colors, but I thought it would be a good accent for this. I actually thought this might have more purple in it than it does. So I probably should have went with more of that color, that more lavender kind of purple. But I still think it'll look good. So that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to buy this. But then when I got that Harry Potter book, I realized that it said in the instructions, it actually gave the colors to get for the Luna was in the Friends 8/8 cotton. So I bought all of the colors in the Friends 8/8 cotton that I would need to make Luna. There were a lot of them. And then this, I think this was the Amigo, and that was for her. That was for her hair. And then I ended up buying a few extra black for the robe because on her character she didn't have a robe, but I wanted to make a robe. And then on top of that, I also wanted to make a Neville is not one of the characters that was in there, but I love Neville. He was actually my favorite. He's my favorite Gryffindor. So I was just going to take either the Ron Weasley or the Harry Potter body, make the Gryffindor outfit and robe, and just probably would do the Harry Potter one without putting the glasses and the scar on it, and just call it Neville. So I bought a couple extra colors that were not Luna related. So obviously Gryffindor color, or I think he has a little scarf, I think. So yeah, I got lots and lots of cotton. This is all for Luna mostly. Except for that. That's Gryffindor. And then the black was for the robes. Because so yeah, the gray I think was for another gray was for them. The blue, that blue, the pink, the yellow, this blue, this pink, um, and this is the actual skin color of the character. I'm not sure what the white was for, and that blue. So most of these, except for this and the yellow, I think were for the Gryffindor colors. And then the black with, like I said, was for the robe. This is for her hair. And then I have, I think, black in this Amigo here. I already have some that I was just going to go ahead and if I do make Neville, it's going to be that. The only other thing I bought was some of this soft alpaca. It's 100% alpaca. I was going to see if I could make socks with it. I did see a crocheted sock pattern, but I didn't get the yardage on it, so this may actually not be enough. So I may only make one sock. So I'll have to see what the yardage is. But this is very soft, and I wanted I wanted to do some alpaca. Now, I'm going to compare this to, I can tell you right now, this yarn, this cotton, has a way different texture than like the, is it peaches and cream? The one that everybody uses, the standard one. This is almost the same texture as the KC essential cotton that I bought at Joann's. It's not quite that, because that cotton yarn is very soft, and it's almost like it's limp. This has that same texture, like that same feeling. So I'll have to see once I start working with it how does it hold up. I have some of the 4/8, which is a little bit smaller as well, that I have not found a project for, because I mistakenly bought this thinking it was the same size as this. This is a 1. So I didn't realize it was this small when I bought it. I was wanting this size. So I ended up getting the wrong thing. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that yet. But yeah, it feels more, it's more in the line of that, or who makes it? I don't know if Karen makes it or Lion Brand has a cotton I've seen at Joann's that I was considering buying during their clearance sale, that feels kind of more like this. So this is a way different texture. It's not as harsh as the peaches and cream. Because I never have liked working with cotton yarn, because I had always used that, and the Joann's version is also the same kind of harshness. And then when I discovered that KC brand, I loved that, and I love that, but it doesn't have a lot of color, and it doesn't have as much color options as this one does. This is soft. This is very soft. I think this is DK. I think this is DK weight. Yeah, this is a 3. It's 100% polyester or acrylic. It is soft. I think this will be. I cannot wait to make this. Cannot wait to make it. I have Kind Feather in. This is the yarn I was using to make my Ravenclaw scarf with and I do like it. It's extremely soft. It's also DK weight, and I like this one. I like this one a lot. I would find projects to make with this. So if I don't know what I'm going to do with it once what's left of it when I do the cuffs and I think it's the cuffs and the bottom, maybe the edging. I'm not sure how much of this will have left over, but I am super excited to get started on this because, like I said, I have been wanting to make that Horizon cardigan for almost 2 years. So now I've got the proper yarn to make it, and I will keep you updated on that.